All right, I'm live and I'm trying to figure this out. This could be a complete and total cluster F. I have no idea if anybody's watching yet, but I have two cats fighting behind me. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. This is a test because I have enough subscribers and I have been authorized by YouTube to go live, so I'm giving it a test. My ring stand is not cooperating. I don't even have the light on yet. This is just... This could be hilarious. I'm just letting you know. It doesn't look like I have anybody in here yet, which might be really good. If you're looking at it, that's the cat bed that I have in my craft room, because if I don't have a raised cat bed, he's on my desk the entire time I'm trying to do anything. All right. Okay, we're going to hope that that stays put. And I'm going to pull it up on this one so I can see if anybody comments or anything. All right, so YouTube, go to my channel. Hold on a sec. I know, this is horrible. This is a test. This is a test of the I'm going to see what this does system. Go to my channel. Okay, I can't have that volume up because it'll bip bap and do stuff. Where's the volume buttons on this thing? Hold on a sec. I know. Okay, there we go. All right, now, oh, it looks like I have one person in here. Oh, I am so sorry. This is gonna be so bad, just so bad. There's no other way to say it. It's gonna be so bad. If you have any comments, I have another one in front of me. I can see your comments. This is me. I'm testing because I now have enough subs to go live, and I've decided what my first live is going to be. And I said I wanted to be able to go live, and I have that opportunity now, but now I got to figure out how this works. All right, you two have to move. You have to take the fight somewhere else. And there's Brucey. She's one of the little bits in the house. She adores attacking and harassing her big brother, Baby Bear. They have their own channel. It's not a very big channel, but you have to move, Brucey. Bye-bye, Brucey. All right, so anyway. Oh, look, I said there's one person watching, and it's me. Okay, so I'm also recording this so that we can have a good general laugh at it after I edit it when I'm done with the live. Oh, hold on, I gotta move stuff out of my way. I have a very small craft space in a very big room. Hi, Omar, how are you doing today? This could be absolutely hilarious. I have never gone live before. I have no idea what this is. This is gonna be new and interesting. Hi, oh my gosh, I have 11 people in here. Oh no. Oh, okay, people. So this is my very first live. I'm testing it because I know what my first official live is going to be. My first official live is going to be me opening up and testing the mink that I got from Ollie's. I'll probably show you a little bit of my craft setup, but it's kind of strange because I have the whole bedroom to myself for my craft space, but I have 3 different very space invasive crafts because I do paper, I do polymer clay, and I do beading, and all 3 of them take up quite a bit of space. So I have this, the second largest bedroom in the house is entirely devoted to my craft room, and I have a tiny little 4x4 table that I do my crafting on. This is my little 4x4 table that I do my crafting on. So yeah. And part of it is taken up, I don't know if you can see it, let me see if I can tilt this up there. Part of it is taken up by the fact that I have a raised cat bed next to it, because if I don't have a raised cat bed over here, then Baby Bear lays in the middle of my craft work, and so I have to deal with the fact that I have this raised cat bed next to me. So can I make paper items? Yes, I do make paper items. That's actually my primary thing, is doing making greeting cards. Do I have a sample of my greeting cards in here? I think this is a sample of greeting cards that I have made in the past. This is just some of the ones that I have done in the past. And, you know, I've been crafting for quite a while. I just now started to actually decide to do this whole YouTube thing. So Charlie Castle, this is examples of some of my 5x7 greeting cards. And there's Baby Bear. Okay, Baby Bear, you have to go up here. Go on. You have to be in your bed. You can't be down here. We have this discussion every day Mommy sits down to craft. So those are some of those. I also make these little mini things, and I got the idea for these little mini things from, something creates. Jessie Kate Creates, and she gave me the idea to do these little minis, and I love them. I think they're absolutely wonderful, and they're so cute, and they're so versatile as far as usefulness goes. So I have a whole bunch of these already made. And then there's the typical A2 cards that most card makers make, because it's, you know, the easiest one to make, because it's literally, the card base is half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, and the card front is a quarter of a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. So 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11 paper, and you can get 2 cards and 2 extra card fronts out of it. So these are just examples of cards that I've made. And for my paper crafting, I pretty much stick to making greeting cards. I have watched videos where people have branched out into bookmarks and things like that. I made a cardboard computer with a key. Oh, how cool! It's Microsoft 98. Yeah, back when Microsoft was better than it is today. That's very cool. That's very cool to see, Charlie Castle. Yeah, so... oh, I went from 12 vouchers to 4. I guess people didn't want to see my mess up paper crafting thing. But most of the things that I need for paper crafting is within a area that I can get to. If you watched my Temu haul, I mentioned my favorite way to get 1mm foam tape. And this is what's left of my first roll of 1mm foam tape. But I buy it this way from Temu. Let me open that up so it's not so blindingly glaring. Oh, you know what? I didn't even turn my lights on. Oh, this is going to be a total learning curve. My first few lives are going to be terrible. I'm just going to let y'all know. My first few lives are going to be terrible, terrible, terrible. But this is the way I buy it from Temu. This is 50 meters, so it's almost 2,000 inches of 1mm foam tape. But they don't sell it as crafting foam tape. They sell it as mounting tape, because apparently this is the stuff that you use to hang acoustic tiles on walls. So this is what's left of my first roll of it. So I've used almost all of it in my crafting so far, but I've got probably another 12 of these. So I'm pretty set, but buy these directly from China. Don't buy them from the local sellers. I'm just going to stick that in there because I'm going to need it soon anyway. I'm going to run out of the other one pretty soon. But don't buy it from the local sellers. Buy it directly from China if you can, because this 50-meter roll of 1mm double-sided mounting tape cost me $4. Yeah, you heard me right. I said $4. That's US dollars. 4. And I know I saw one in Michael's for 30, and I've seen them online for significantly more than that. So anyway, what I thought I was going to do today, and this, I'm also recording this on my phone, so I can actually do a video of this and put it up more professionally done. All I need is tape, scissors, and my grandma's flour. So you make flour glue. Oh, that is cool. I've never done flour glue. So it sounds more like you're doing, what do they call it? Is it a form of paper mache that you're doing? Then you're using the cardboard and you're putting strips of paper over it? Because that's what it sounds like to me, but I could be completely wrong. And if I am, I apologize. Oh, I'm down to 1. Look, it's Charlie, it's you and I. Oh, no, floor. Oh, and your grandma's floor. There you go. Very cool. No worries. Absolutely no worries. I mistype everything all the time. Anyway, what I was going to show, because I've also got my phone recording this, is that this is the way that I store my embossing folders. And it's just the embossing folder and these packets like this that come from Temu, and they're super cheap. I get like 100 of them for like $8, so they come out to be like 8 cents each. And they hold the embossing folder, and then any that I have already done, I can also just stick in there with the embossing folder and then seal it shut. And they have this cute little ring on them, so I can hang them on a tension rod or something. So they're just hanging there, and when I want one, I just open it up, pull it out, and go with it. And also one of the things that I do is I write on there what my sandwich is. So if I wanted to sandwich this in my embossing machine, I would use... needs larger card bases. So it's A plus C, and 2 photo boards. So I have little cardboard photo boards. They're probably chipboard actually, but 2 pieces of chipboard, and that makes the perfect sandwich for this one. And then I've got another one here stored exactly the same way. This is A plus C, and it also needs 2 chipboards with it. Oh dear, well, my system's not perfect because I didn't write on that one what I need to use for it. So, let's see. Here's a different one. This is a different one. And all of my embossing folders come from Temu. I mean, I buy almost everything from Temu. And I know that there are people who have very significant opinions about Temu, but you know, when you get right down to it, it's cheap, and for the crafting quality, for the crafting stuff that I bought, the quality is really good. But there's this one. Oh, you know what? I still haven't turned on my light. Oh, hold on. Let me get some light. Let me shed some light on the subject. Where's the cord? Oh no, where's the other end of the cord? Did I lose? Oh, it's magnetized to my board. Hold on. I gotta plug it in. I haven't plugged it in yet. Oh, yeah, I can tell my first live is gonna be hilarious. All right, so there we go. There we go. Now I have light. All right, so I've got, this is another one of my embossing folders, and I like this one because it's landscape instead of profile. And I print out these, I do the embossing on cardstock, so I've got it ready to go if I need it. And then if I ever need any more, I've already got the sandwich written out. So this is A plus C plus 1 photo board. And that is how I do my embossing folders. And Temu, most of those were the 2D embossing folders. Temu also sells these 3D embossing folders. I don't know why this one's still in its packaging, but this is one of my favorite embossing folders that I've gotten from Temu. I don't know if you can see it well in the light. There's about a 30-second delay between what I'm saying and what comes across on the screen that I'm watching this on. But it's a skeleton with flowers around it, roses and butterflies around it. Yep, there we go. I'm opening it up in my view now, and yeah, you can kind of see it. But it's, yeah, it's got this big skeleton face right in the center. There's one eye there, there's one eye there, there's a butterfly there, and then it's surrounded by these roses. And this is one of my favorite embossing folders, and I don't actually have one in the envelope with it, but I do have a card that I've made with it. And I'm not super happy with the way that I colored the card, but it does show what the embossing folder looks like after it's been embossed. If I can find the card, now that I brought it up, I'm not going to be able to find it because that's the way life goes, isn't it? You open your mouth and then you get dingle-hoofered by fate going, ha, you mentioned it, now I'm not going to give it to you, Nene. The whole Nelson from The Sims. Oh, there it is. So this is what it looks like when it's colored, and I'm not really fond of the way that I colored this one, but you can see the butterfly up there in purple. There's another butterfly down here in purple, and there's the skull face there, and then I did the flowers in red, and this one on the inside is just a note to tell you that you're the coolest person ever. And I like macabre things like this. That's my forte. Halloween is my holiday. I just have to say. So, you know, the macabre stuff comes out with me. And I don't do all macabre. Obviously, I have other cutesy things, you know, but I do like the macabre. So, anyway, it looks like there's 3 people. Hi, Stay Cool. You're number 2, Stay Cool. Hi. I'm going to eat, so I sub to you. Thank you. Thank you very much for subbing to me. I appreciate it, Charlie. You have a great day, and I hope you have a wonderful meal, and my next live will maybe be better, but I will not promise it because I'm A, nervous, B, completely a noob at this, and C, not really understanding how all of this stuff works. So anyway, bye. Have a great day. Let's see. So stay cool, be cool is in here. It says that there's a 3rd person in here, but I don't know who the 3rd person is. But this was just a quick little live to show how I store these, and I'm going to try and see if I can piecemeal what I have together and make a video about it. I've got lots of these Temu embossing folders. I absolutely love Temu's embossing folders. Oh, this one's got vellum in it. There you go. I love using vellum with this particular embossing folder. This one, there are a few of my embossing folders where the vellum is just absolutely stunning. And this is one of them. I mean, that's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm waiting for it to come up on the screen. There it is. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it really well. That is this embossing folder. And again, this is a Temu embossing folder. I don't like buying finished products from Temu because a lot of it has been stolen from people on Etsy, and I understand that. And, you know, to be quite honest, this has probably been stolen from one of the big paper making companies. But somehow I feel less upset about stealing something from a large conglomerate than I do about stealing something from a small crafter, maybe because I am a small crafter. So I don't have nearly as much of a problem buying my supplies to make my cards as I would buying finished products from Temu. And I guess that's just the way my brain rationalizes it. One of my favorite lines is from a movie called The Big Chill. It says, "Don't knock rationalization, it's more important than sex." And then the other guy says, "Nah, nothing's more important than sex." And then the first guy says, "Yeah, ever got a week without a nice juicy rationalization?" So it's a great line. So anyway, that's my little live. It works. I have a way to see the chat. I have a way to make the video. I have tested it out. That was my entire purpose, was to make sure this worked. I really, really appreciate people engaging with my channel. I can't even imagine how, I mean, you can't even imagine how much I appreciate the people who engage with my channel. Y'all are just amazing and awesome and wonderful and cool and exceptional, and I really appreciate every one of you, and I hope that you all have a great day. And my first official live I will announce on my channel as to when exactly it's going to be, but it's going to be me unboxing and attempting to use the Mink laminator. So it could go one of three ways. It could go absolutely left field and completely wrong and be hilarious. Absolutely left field and completely wrong and end with me all upset about it, which I don't generally think is going to happen because I tend to just roll with the punches. Or it could work out perfectly. So fingers crossed on the work out perfectly. Thank you for chosen to take the time to watch it and who have liked, subscribed, given me comments on it. I appreciate every one of you, and I am going to sign off now if I can figure out how do I get out of this? Oh, there's an X. Oh, that was the one.